So I always listen to my videos before I put them up. Or while they're uploading, I'll listen to it. And I'll be like, decide whether or not I really want it to be up. And I'm listening to the thing, and I'm listening. I'm hearing myself talk about the women in the military, and I'm like, all these memories started flooding back about being a wife at home. And I would get a letter from my husband it would be like 3 weeks old. I'd get a letter 3 weeks. That's how long it took to get him. So I'm like, well, he was alive as of 3 weeks ago. My mother had no compassion then. Women in World War I didn't see their husbands for years, and they know they're alive. Thanks for your compassion, Mom. Thank you. Anyway, I do recall before they were deployed, and when we knew they were waiting for deployment, when we knew shit was going down, it was 91, 1991, 1992, 1990. All of the women, I think it was all, I don't know how many there were, maybe 3, maybe 5. Every woman was at the hospital every few days taking a pregnancy test, desperately trying to avoid being deployed. And when they couldn't get pregnant there before they left, that was their mission when they went to the war zone, was to get knocked up by anyone they could. How about that, ladies, Army wives, military wives? We know. So they want this government and then the social engineering that goes on, they will do everything, shush it up, everything in their power to pit every single group, mini group, subgroup against the other ones. Be quiet. It's not time to eat yet. Shh, you know what? I'm going to let them eat. Go ahead. Ladies, eat so I can talk. Cookie, eat. Go ahead. Go ahead, babe.
Oh, yay.
So, we're supposed to be supporting our troops, us Army military wives. Meanwhile, there's these girls, and I say girls, in the military, trying to seduce our husbands so that they can get knocked up, so they don't have to be in the war. They're trying to get pregnant before they go to the war. It's not like they're like, yeah, gung-ho, I want to be a soldier. They physically qualified. They qualified on a man's passing levels, like they did as many push-ups. They, I'm a super soldier woman, and then got to the war zone and said, oh my God, this is not for me. Let me get pregnant and get out of here. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about they joined the Army with the sole purpose of getting from the Army and never giving. They didn't want to be a soldier. They wanted to learn Arabic. They got paid to do PT and go to college for a year and a half and learn Arabic so that they can get out and get a job making good money or whatever because they know how to speak Arabic. They weren't there to serve their fucking country. They were there to serve themselves. And they proved it by trying to get pregnant before they left, before they were deployed, and trying to get pregnant while they were deployed. By anyone, I'd imagine. And it was, I don't know. My husband at the time was just like, man, he was trying to respect everybody on their leg, but he's like, And at any rate, but when he got there, let me just say this: when he got there, and he lived in Riyadh in a parking garage that he said clearly had been built there for this exact purpose. He said every so many parking spaces there was electrical outlets because they intended this parking garage to be used to house American soldiers or whoever, Allied soldiers. That's what it was there for. I mean, but that was going to double as a parking garage when there wasn't a war. He said it's obvious that they knew we were coming here. It's bizarre to me that he doesn't see now that maybe he does. I don't talk to the guy. I haven't talked to him in years, and he's just like, oh God, this is wicked stuff. I just look, oh, you're trying to take my kids from me. It's like, dude, whatever. You were right there with me, noticing at the time that the social engineering is extreme. And all these wars, they're planned. They planned it so well that they built housing for these guys that could double as a parking garage when it's over. Electrical outlets, like every third parking space. I have pictures. I don't have them with me. Photographs. I should pull some photographs up of this fucking war. I mean, and he said they would have these air raids, sirens would go off. They'd have to get up and put their gear on and all this. And this is one thing I'm saying. This guy's got the thalassemia B where he had to sleep. My daughters have it. They're all excited. I got to sleep more than everybody else, and I'm so tired all the time. He slept through it. He slept through a fucking air raid. They're like, where's Leonard? Where is he? Asleep in his cot in the parking garage. I mean, there was girls sleeping right next to him in cots. I'm like, I didn't give a shit. I'm like, because when I told him, when he left me, I said, I have no idea what a war zone is like. All I can imagine is, it's the most horrifying thing you could ever imagine. And I will never ask you what you did to survive. I don't care what you have to do to survive. Do it. And come home to me alive. That's what I told him. And he knew what I meant. If you got to lay with a female, do it. I didn't care, because I thought, if this guy's cracking up, and I love him, I don't want him to be like, if he can find comfort and sanity in a moment's time with a female colleague because they're terrified out of their minds they're going to fucking die, and they engage in a sexual or intimate activity, I'm like, I don't give a shit. I didn't spell it out like that, but that's what I wanted him to know, because I didn't care. I just wanted him to be alive. I didn't care what it took. I was trying to convey to him that I understood there was no way for me to know how fucking horrible war is and how terrifying and what might be going on through his mind. I don't know. These are very young people. We were very young. I'm like, I knew that it was possible that he might have to do that. I wasn't like, he ain't cheating on me. I'm a god. No, I'm like, I don't give a shit what happens. Come home alive. Do what you have to do to maintain your sanity. Come home to me. I have no idea what he did. Zip, zero, none. I have zero idea what he did. I asked him. I didn't care. I didn't care. I just wanted him alive and as sane as he could be when he got back. So they planned it. The garage was built with intentions to house Allied soldiers. So, what's the whole story? I don't know. Somebody on here could probably tell me what the whole story is. Military stories. Military wife stories. That's what they are, you know? That's why, when we got out of there, like I said yesterday, we thought we knew stuff the civilians didn't know. Ha ha ha. No, it was just another way for them to pit the military families against the civilians, military wives against the Army soldiers that were female. It was any little conflict, because they can't have us be cohesive. Nope. Can't have that shit. All right, y'all. Have a great day, y'all.